in the moment. Have you ever just been caught up in a moment of something? Something you expected or didn't expect? There time comes when there are moments in our life we expect and don't expect. We get caught up in it, whether it be good or bad. Have you ever expected something was coming, something you knew? You're not really sure, you just imagined it. You imagined how it would happen. What may be said, but wouldn't be said. All that. I think everyone sort of does that, don't they? Sometimes it's a bit more. But finally, the day comes, and the moment you've been imagining happens. Some of it exactly how you just imagined, despite the fact that you've been scared to death that it was going to. And you were afraid for a while, and then you finally just knew that if the moment came, you prepared for it the best you could. I think we all try to do that with things we're expecting, whether it be whatever the situation. The moment comes when you're prepared for what you've imagined would happen. You're like, I knew that would be said. You may not like it, but you're prepared for it. But then the things come that you weren't prepared for, that you can't imagine. The moment where the unknown will happen. And that's the unknown, the fear factor right there that comes. You're told things that you never expected to ever hear. And in the moment, it doesn't sink in at first. It always happens with things. To everybody. Some things just don't hit you. They don't sink in at first. It takes a few minutes. Despite what you expected to come. Your fear of what's been keeping you awake at night. That haunts your dreams at night, so to speak, finally has come to a reality. And that reality is not so pleasant. Finally, the event ends, and you're sitting there, just wondering about things. It hasn't sunk in yet exactly what's occurred in the moment that you've been stuck in. But you just can't hold it in. You have to do something. So you see who's on, a few of your friends, and a brother is on. And you talk to that brother and you tell him exactly, sort of in a way, what's happened. Because he already knows the situation to some extent anyway. He knows you too well. And finally, it hits you. You turn on this one song to maybe loosen yourself, and finally the song matches exactly what you feel, and it does hit you. Every single thing just flashes like that and hits you. And all you can do is just open up. Your emotions pour out like crazy, and all you can do is cry. In a sense, that's exactly what you tell your brother is happening. That all you can do is cry, and even what your brother says is a bit shocking when you finally think about it. But even he is about to cry, because he knows how bad it's torn you up inside. The moment has finally sunk in where you know everything's finally hopeless. There's no hope in it, there's no logic, nothing can really change what you know, the facts that you know, despite your willingness, your reason of fighting, the way you've chosen in life to do what you gotta do. And now that point has come where nothing seems like anything else will ever happen. You've lost it. You've lost everything. You are the reason why, in some aspect. Whenever something bad happens, we get sad, angry, all that. Our emotions just go crazy. And your emotions are going so crazy. You want to get angry. You're thinking, well, there's somebody. You feel like you want to be angry at that person. But all you can do is be angry at yourself. That's all you can do. Your brother talks to you a bit more and helps talk things out, calm you down, I guess. Finally, you stop crying, and finally you just don't want to do anything except sit there, listen to music, and maybe talk about a few things. And your brother does what he best can, at least trying to tell you to hope, but the moment of hopelessness and helplessness at the same time. You're helpless to do anything. You're helpless to change what you know, to change the fact. In the moment, there is no more hope. That's the way you think. Some people, more or less anyway. But if you finally decide to go on to bed, and even your brother tells you you have to go to bed, or he'll, gripe at you the next morning. But instead you go on, you sleep, you wake up the next morning, the same feeling you felt that night is still there. You go throughout your day, and the feeling seems to be getting worse and worse every second, every moment. Despite the day actually being good, you laugh a little at a few things that you just know are funny. Then you come back, and the feeling finally gets worse to the point where you know this is it. This is the moment where everything that has been will end. There's no point in hoping, there's no point in this and that. It's done. Your brother tells you to hope, and a few other friends you at least talk to tell you don't give up hope yet. You've got them, you've got this and that, and then you say a few prayers throughout the day, hoping to get by, get through. And finally you say one last prayer, and you talk to the person you need to talk to, along with everyone else. And finally, something happens. And then in that moment, your hope, all of a sudden that feeling ends, and the hope that you've been longing for finally comes back, thanks to the people around you. We are caught up in the moments of things so unexpectedly that we're never expecting the things we expected. In that final moment, you finally get what you needed. The spark back. The spark of hope is finally back, and you realize you have one last chance, maybe. This may be it. The chance of what you need to do. You have one more shot. One more. At what you've been having your reasoning set on. Whatever that reasoning is. Whatever that will and reason may be. The moral of this little tale of mine is that we are caught up in the moments of life, whether we expect them or not. I live my life by scenarios, planning things out the best I can to prepare for situations, good and bad. And even when the worst case scenario never happens, sometimes it does, but it's the things you never think about that get to you. Even though the sense of hopelessness may come, the spark of hope and even love cannot be extinguished so easily. Whenever you're caught up in the moments, the bad ones, remember to have hope. Because in any situation, whether it be job, life, whatever, hope is the one thing we may need, even when things seem hopeless. Friends, family, anyone else that can be close to you, and at least can end up giving you the hope you need again. Because the spark of hope, and even love itself, cannot be extinguished so easily. This is 23 Death Number, signing off.